The massive hailstorm in Beijing shattered all the windows. It's over. The rear windshield was smashed. The hailstones were as big as eggs. Look at what Beijing just went through. Glass shattered everywhere. Windshields completely wrecked. Not a single one intact. Oh my, it's hailing in Beijing. I wanted to go down and move my car, but I ended up stuck inside the guard booth. The hail was so huge, my car is probably going to be destroyed.
今天是2025年9月13日星期六，加了一天的班，马上就要下。
Today is Saturday, September 13th, 2025. I had to work overtime for another day, and just as I was about to leave work, thunder rolled across Beijing, rain, hail, lightning flashing non-stop. On the night of September 13th, local time, the sky seemed to rage, hurling egg-sized hailstones onto Beijing. Residents said that such massive hail, such a scene, is something seen only once in decades, like chunks of ice falling straight from the heavens. Numerous videos showed torrential rain mixed with hail pelting the streets, vehicles, and trees, branches stripped bare and strewn across the ground. Roads quickly blanketed by dense ice like snow. This rare hailstorm stirred up heated discussion among Beijing's netizens, with videos spreading everywhere. Some lamented that their posts and comments had vanished. One said, "Isn't it just a hailstorm? Why delete comments? Typing away at midnight until smoke comes out of your fingers?" Another added, "Someone's feeling guilty. Hailstorms even have to make the hot search." Someone compared, "It's like snow falling in June, against the laws of nature." Others argued, "Posting online is useless. I know what they fear the most. If you stand for justice, you should take to the streets and gather outside," one car owner sighed. "Look what happened to my BMW and my friend's car now." Another said, "My future EV is now filled with ice. Look, the motor is buried inside there." Someone who had just stepped outside was suddenly caught in the hail, the ground covered in huge stones, trees beaten down, wind and hail raging together. Crops in the fields were smashed to pieces, no longer edible or sellable. The loss is devastating. Look at this hailstone. It's as big as a steam bun, my God. Hailstones the size of buns falling down. I have to check my car now. The hail piled up into rivers. I can't even walk through it. Oh heavens. Voices on the street spread the news. All the cars are ruined. Look at this baby of mine. Oh God, the thunder and lightning are deafening. Everything's in craters now. It's over, just pits everywhere. Some tried to console. Our cars parked under the trees fared a bit better. It's true, under the trees is still safer. But the whole street had turned into a scene of devastation. Friends, let me show you the latest. Look how thick it is. Do you see this? More than 10 centimeters. It's only this month, yet Beijing looks like it's snowing. Truly rare. I've never seen anything like this. Another voice said, "Everyone," the sky in Beijing suddenly flipped. Hailstones as big as ping pong balls crashed down, smashing car windows. Around 5 in the afternoon, the western sky of Beijing suddenly darkened, and then came the deafening pounding. Friends in Shijingshan, Shunyi, and Fengtai were all stunned. Egg-sized chunks of ice were falling like they were free, and cars on the road were instantly pocked like acne. Rooftops were dented as if hit with hammers, and windshields cracked into spiderwebs. One owner had only had his car for half a month. The trunk lid was full of dents, the sunroof shattered to pieces, and repair costs were estimated to be in the tens of thousands of yuan. Everything is piled up here. Luckily, we didn't drive today. What month is this? It's September. Do you see what's drifting down? It's all ice. A hailstone as big as a steamed bun just fell, and it's freezing. Earlier, our area was flooded. I said we could wade through, but we couldn't. It was too cold, and the back was the same. Right, first take something to cover it. I came to buy supplies. Look how kind the shop owner is. He probably can't sell anything now. I didn't expect it to be like some kind of ordeal. Look at the owner. Such a shame. His goods probably can't be sold. Look at this hail. It hit my hand just now, and it hurts so much, I had no choice but to crawl into the owner's car. Luckily, his car still worked, and it saved a bunch of people. So if you guys don't come up, who are you going to blame? They'd never heard of anything like this before. How could they know hail like this would fall? It hit my hand, and it hurt so bad I ran up here right away. Look at my hand. The stones smashed it red, but luckily I got into the car. I've never seen hail this big. It hurts like hell. I've lived this long, and it's the first time I've ever seen hail this big. Look at these vegetables. What a pity. That uncle just lost his entire truckload. Everyone rushed out to try to save the vegetables, but it's such a shame. Everything was fresh and green, and the hail smashed it all to pieces. That guy even stood on top of the truck for a while, but it was useless. All the vegetables were ruined. Such a loss. This old friend here, the storm came too violently. In just moments, everything was destroyed. Think about how terrifying the hail must have been. That man insisted on giving me some. All of it was good produce, but it was beaten to shreds by the hail, and the owner didn't even want to take it back. Let me show you how big it was. This is the first time I've ever seen such a thing. In just 1 hour, Beijing was hit by hail this massive. Even regular rain has never come down this hard. On the evening of the 13th, hailstones the size of ping pong balls, and the biggest like chicken eggs, began falling in many districts of Beijing, such as Fangshan, Fengtai, Mentugou, and Daxing. A Fengtai resident said the hail poured down like a waterfall, and the neighborhood felt like the Ice Age, as if the sky was dumping blocks of ice. Never before had Fengtai seen hail this huge. Another resident uploaded a video saying the hail in Beijing fell like bullets. Cars were smashed beyond recognition, and the used car market was completely devastated. Look at this hail. Every vehicle was wrecked. After the storm hit the used car market, the scene was utter chaos. After the heavy rains in Henan, now it rushed to Beijing to unleash the first hailstorm of autumn. On the evening of September 13, 2025, Beijing was suddenly struck by strong convective weather. Thunderclouds brought a violent hailstorm, accompanied by force 6 winds in a short burst. Dense hailstones rattling down like marbles along with heavy rain. Many people stood by the roadside filming. Countless cars on the streets were battered, and used car dealers were truly on the verge of tears. Sunroofs shattered, rooftops covered in dents, car values plummeting instantly. And insurance companies are surely the ones with the biggest headache. With hailstones the size of chicken eggs, Libo's phone must have been blowing up with calls. See that? It's like frozen lakes falling from the sky. On September 13, 2025, hail fell where I live, stripping all the leaves off the trees. Its destructive force was overwhelming. Beijing netizens were outraged, saying even the trending weather news was suppressed, though everyone clearly knew what had happened. User Resigned Rosemary wrote, "Why was the hot search on Beijing hail suppressed?" Chestnut said, "Hail in mid-September? What a bitter fate." Wang Xiaomiao, early to bed and early to rise, said, "I really can't take it anymore. Why even suppress hail from trending?" Sorrowful Fruit said, "You can't shut people's mouths." User Bad Enema 666 quoted the ancients, "Summer hail means heaven is enraged, a warning against human sins, a sign of corrupt officials, and an abnormal natural phenomenon." Nansu Yu Ning mocked, "This is hilarious. Even hail gets pushed off hot search." Truly guilty consciences at work, according to Reason, pointed out, by the lunar calendar, it's still the 7th month. Hail this big looks like blinding snow, something extremely rare, an abnormal extreme weather event. The 3rd or 4th time the sky clears said, "Heaven will come to collect you all." User Shark Island Lover bluntly stated, "Maybe heaven is punishing the evil."